morning, everyone, and welcome to Wednesday's reflection for the 26th of November. At the Church Book Club, we've been reading a variety of books over the past year. We choose 12 books for the year and read one each month and discuss the book in each other's homes. We choose a variety of books that perhaps some of us have previously read, or sometimes they have been recommended to us. We try to have a variety of different genres and writing styles, and we give each book a score, and this can vary greatly with scores out of 10. We very rarely all enjoy the same books, but one called A Terrible Kindness, read recently, got great scores. It was about a young undertaker who at the age of 19 made up his mind to help at Aberfan after the tragedy in 1966, and how this experience affected his life from then onwards. It was not an easy read, but covered many different aspects of life and achieved great scores from us. At the moment, the book we're reading is called Black Butterflies. It's not a book I think I would have picked up myself to read. It's about the Balkan Wars, which occurred at the beginning of the early 1990s, and the hardships the residents of Sarajevo endured. The blurb on the back of the book reads, Sarajevo, spring 1992. Each night, nationalist gangs erect barricades, splitting the diverse city into ethnic enclaves. Each morning, the residents, whether Muslim, Croat or Serb, push the makeshift barriers aside. When violence spills over, Zora, an artist and teacher, sends her husband and elderly mother to safety in England. But reluctant to believe that hostilities will last more than a handful of weeks, she stays behind while the city falls under siege. As the assault deepens and everything they love is laid to waste, black ashes floating over the rooftops, Zora and her friends are forced to rebuild themselves over and over. Theirs is a breathtaking story of disintegration, resilience, and hope. The title of the book comes from the black ash and slivers of burnt paper that fluttered down after the famous library, the National and University Library of Bosnia and Herzegovina, housed in the historic City Hall building, was bombed on the night of August 25th, 1992. Bosnian Serb forces deliberately targeted the building with incendiary shells, causing a massive fire that burned for hours. The fire destroyed approximately 90% of the library's collection, an estimated 2 million books, manuscripts, and archival documents, including many rare and unique items of national heritage. The attack was widely condemned as an attempt at cultural mutilation and an effort to erase Bosnia's history and its multicultural identity. Librarians and citizens formed human chains under sniper fire to try and save some of the books, but most were lost. The building was extensively restored and officially reopened on May the 9th, 2014, as a symbol of resilience and the triumph of civilization over barbarism. One quote from the book says, "Everything is better when done together. The taste of food and water, and the touch when they hug each other. Hello. They've made it through one more day. Each reunion a confirmation that they're still alive." Referring to a story told in the book about a bridge being built, Samir, a young man fighting against the Serbians, says, "We're being walled in, stone by stone, by hunger, by cold, by fear." And if you want to know why he said that, you will have to read the book. Black Butterflies was written by Priscilla Morris, and it was shortlisted for the Women's Prize for Fiction in 2023. As her mother was from Sarajevo, she spent many summers there while growing up, and her book was inspired by the Morris family's lived experiences. Reading the book, it is impossible not to think about those under siege in Ukraine and how peace and security could easily vanish overnight. It also made me think of Burns's lines, "Man's inhumanity to man make countless thousands mourn." And so to end, Psalm 133 says, "How good and pleasant it is when God's people live together in unity." So, I'll tell you what scores we gave Black Butterflies the next time I see you. So, have a wonderful Christmas time. Bye.